Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 14 of Shattered Kingdoms Prayers. Last
You spell
time.
that.
What? What's up? How do you think you spell it? Imagine how you might spell it. Now throw it
Now
away.
throw it out.
Spell it differently.
Spell it a new way.
Imagine a dark prayer.
Okay. So, it's been a while since we played, so let's do a little recap. About a week ago, in game time, the Forever Storm fell. Our intrepid heroes, sensing adventure, sensing a pull, the call to adventure, one might even say, were given a boat and took off into the unexplored sea. They found like some sort of Mormon cult, Church of Latter-day Evangelines. They found a ghost giant coliseum paraded by Bing Bong, Exarch of Palarch.
Bing of the monsters.
Bing of the monsters. Bing of the monsters. Bing of the Bonksters? Anyway.
We'll workshop it.
Then what? Then they now but most recently they've been exploring this chain of vampire infested islands. They took down several different compounds of vampire laden, formerly like a beautiful little island, but vampire infested now. They also met some dwarves who were like, we don't like vampires. Get.
They sure don't.
Sounds like something a vampire would say. The last couple episodes have taken place in a castle, some sort of Metroid or Castleoid, in which the vampires Zachariah and Victoria live. The sort of outside of like the empress of vampires, kind of the most formidable according to the dwarves and the simple visage of the castle. We also met Bertie Birdington, who didn't do anything wrong and is a great character and was innocently murdered.
What?
Bird slaughtered. Last episode, y'all snuck past the babao. You looked into a library, found a deep crow. You left that library, and you killed Birdie. You didn't do anything wrong. You unlocked a shortcut back to the chapel, and in it you found a locket of linked mirrors. Using that, you looked into a library that appeared normal in the mirror, which made you realize that it was a mirrored version of the library you had been in. So nobody went into that. I'm sure it's perfectly safe.
Yeah.
You went back and you fought the deep crow, but now it knew you were coming, so it ate most of Nor. It ate about half of Nor's hit points. Before she was healed back up to mostly okay, still down 16-ish, still down like 2 wizard levels of hit points.
At least two
to 4
like
wizard
3
levels of
wizard
hit
levels
points.
of-
Yeah, 2 paladin levels of hit points.
Right.
And I teased a baby deep crow, so there's maybe a baby deep crow in here,
Baby.
a shallow crow.
Yes, not quite deep enough.
It's
yet.
not quite deep.
It hasn't received its philosophy tutorship yet.
Okay, so we will pick up there. What would you all like to do? You want to take a short rest, long rest, just truck forward?
I would like to. If we want to just rest and for an hour and heal that way, that's something. But if not, I am down to heal my dear cousin, who needs some help. So, do we want to do some combination of that, where I lay, cure wounds for you, and then we also rest, or what would everybody like to do?
I believe our intention at at the end of the last episode was to push forward, thinking
Right.
that if we needed to use our shortcut back to the chapel to take a rest, that we would
Mhm.
do it at a later time
Okay.
when we really needed it. But
Great.
And-
All right.
And we
Go
know that they know that we know that they know that we're here, right? Like,
yeah.
didn't they actively
Yeah.
threaten us
Yes.
to, like, or just like wait for them? Like, we're waiting. It's fine.
Yeah.
Let them come.
Yeah, I did a voice talk to y'all last episode? I can't remember. Other than,
I
or
can't
did Bertie
remember.
Birdington just warn you?
I think we heard them report to them, or like we insight checked the Medusos or something, and they were told to.
Something like that. Yeah,
Chill
that's
out.
right.
Yeah.
We definitely heard the voice of their masters.
Yes. That's how we were onto them. So.
So this will get us up to the because this is the only way so far to the second floor, right?
Correct.
Like, yeah,
Well,
okay.
except for if we want to go through the
The
maw.
maw demons or whatever, the floor of maw demons.
yeah.
The gummers,
Yep,
Yeah.
the chompers.
the chompers,
The
yeah,
gummers.
the floor
Not a
gummers.
not a great image.
I think I'd rather them
Yeah.
bite me than gum me.
Should I burn a third or a second level slot for you? What do we think? I have one of each. So I'm gonna burn the second
Just a
level
s-
slot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just a second.
So
will
that's
do.
2d8 plus a d4 because of my extra moonsicle
Yep,
healing.
I was about to.
And my
Remind.
my spellcasting bonus. So that's plus. So yeah, this is going to be probably pretty good for you.
Yeah, I think too. I think this should be enough.
12 points. Sorry, I rolled
Awesome.
2 ones.
That's still most
Two
of the
ones,
way there.
but I also rolled 1 8 as well. So
There you go.
yeah.
Even outs.
All right, cool.
Thank you.
You are welcome. I'm glad you're feeling better. You look better.
Right to the list.
Oh,
Yeah, so I'm out of seconds. I have 3 first, and I have 1 third. That's what my inventory. That's what my
And
hand-drawn stuff says.
How many wild shapes do you have?
I have 1 left.
Okay, cool.
I have 1 left. Yeah, I burned 1, and I can't recall.
Do you get them back
See,
on
I
Oh, you do
get them back.
You get them back on short rests.
Yeah.
I didn't know if that was a circle of the moon thing.
No, I think that's just the mechanic, which is nice.
Yeah,
I think what it is
short
it's
rest.
level. I think it might be a level thing. Like I think it's the way inspiration is. Like maybe it's a long rest initially, and then it's a short rest.
okay, yeah, maybe.
Or am I wrong? I don't know.
I can't because yeah, it might be part of wild shape improvement. Yeah.
That's probably what it is. Okay, so and I can stay in shape for 2 hours before we go back to normal form, and I believe I had a starry form active, right?
I'm
so
Mhm.
sure you did.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
and it wasn't healing. I don't.
No, it would have
believe.
been Archer probably.
Yeah. So my archer's up still, I reckon. So that means that wild shape I burned is still active. And how much time would you say we've been in here, Andy, as far as actual character time?
Actual character time.
Like since I activated that
post
wild shape.
So the fight was less than a minute.
Okay.
If you cast a spell, yeah, you've probably been here. If we're saying like we pick up right after the fight, it's probably been 1 minute, like,
Right.
and that's probably even pushing it. So we're kind of
Okay.
like
So
coming out of slow mo.
I've got this up for a while then. Okay.
Okay, yeah. Is it like 10
Many
minutes or an
game
hour?
sessions, like the next 2 years of game sessions.
Sure.
Because that'll be 2 hours of time, right? Okay.
Oh,
great.
yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, I
Right?
understand.
I mean, that's just how that works.
Mhm.
Coolio. Great. All right. So, and now we push through.
Did we
Are
want
you
to
up?
search in here and all, or before moving forward, or?
You see machine not to you.
Right. Libraries are to be investigated.
Yeah, I have. It's my other water spirit character who doesn't have a lot of book learning. Too many water spirits.
You just into huffing. The other
Yeah,
one.
yeah. Yeah, I definitely think we should poke around. How much of this is the original library? How much of it is it a vampire's library? Is there any parts that seem less touched, more touched, defamed,
Right.
Yeah.
profaned?
Investigation checks. If you would like to pitch a different intelligence-based check, feel free. But like
I'd
Arcana
like
or
to-
history or
yeah, I was
nature,
gonna say-
if you're searching for like a nature book, yeah.
I was
Religion?
thinking.
Religion, yes, sure, Nori. But yeah, Arcana, Darmuid.
I was
Yes.
gonna
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna try and petition for Arcana as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mostly just again as far as like the touched.
So
When
you
it-
wanted to use Arcana as well?
Yeah.
Do we want to help
you wanna-
each other? I'll help action you to give you advantage, or vice versa, whatever.
I have a +4.
I have for Arcana. I have a +3, so you should do it. So I'll give you the
Okay.
help action.
Very good.
Yeah.
Poke around. Here's one. Here's two. I think there's two. Nope. Still the one.
First one's pretty
You
good
still,
though.
you're still the
Ooh,
one. Ah,
second one's even better.
second one's even better. So let's go with the second one.
Okay.
I've made a brave choice. Go with the second one. 21.
Which is a
Controversial, yet
21.
brave.
Yes. Nor.
Uh-huh. I got a 3. It's an
You don't think they have religion here, even though there's a chapel downstairs.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
completely
a
devoid
messed
of
up.
it.
It's a
Yeah.
yeah. Maybe they had moral servants get rid of all the religion books.
picking the books out of my healed wounds that I was staunching them with before.
I love that.
Yeah, you look at them and you're like, oh, these are all the books I wanted to read, and they're just covered in blood,
Ruined.
all sticky together and coagulated. It's horrible.
Good thing there's a mirror version of it, probably.
Yeah, I'm sure those aren't cursed. For some reason, I pictured Umi is on Darmuid's shoulders. I don't know why, but
I like that.
It's the
Like
help
you're
action.
Piggyback. So you're like
Yeah.
looking at the high books or something.
and you're like, and
Yeah.
because Darmuid's like glowing, so it's like this, like it's
Right.
like it's like a flashlight, basically helping you see kind of through this dimly lit room.
I love
Love
that
it.
idea.
So, what kind of Arcana books are you looking for with a 21?
Well, yeah. Anything that they're using to like protect the house, confound people. Like what brand of evil magics are they into?
Sure.
Is it a learned school? Is it meddling with dark forces beyond our kin?
or
just
Barbie.
keep in mind, I
Right.
read.
perhaps Alan?
Oh
Could
man,
be.
if there's any Alan lore, that could be some valuable information.
But yeah,
Okay, yeah. One, you see a bunch of books about it. Some lady named the Hester. Who cares? Just throw them into
who cares?
just throw them into Nora's blood pile.
In the bin.
No, so okay, so you're noticing a lot of demonology books, which makes sense given how many demons are around. A couple kind of fairly advanced, just spell books, like interesting treaties on just sort of the arcane, basically the weave of this planet. Some like theses on a substance called residuum that you're not super familiar with. But other than that, you would say there's an overwhelming theme of divination amongst many of the books. Many of the
right.
magic books.
That residuum book in the bin, right next to the Hester. Just
Who
right,
cares?
bin it.
Throw it to a portal. Hope Graceful gets it.
Yeah.
They send back their big bad guy, by the way.
Oh, no good, no good. Whichever version of Elon Musk you are, no thank you.
Spoilers. It's not the one you think.
Whoa.
It's not.
Fair enough.
It's not. That's an
You
episode.
gotta get caught up.
31 reveal, I think. 32 maybe.
Yeah.
32.
I am
32.
I am
yeah.
behind.
Yeah, 32.
So, okay, does it seem of interest to someone with higher level spell slots or someone who's looking to do it raw? Like
Raw
raw
dog
dog
some
in it?
divination.
yeah, to raw dog
Raw
Yeah, like-
dogging divination. That is fucking
There is a
genius.
raw dogging divination book. You think it's
Yeah.
like some sort of oh, there's also a bunch of like vampire porn. It's all horrible. Like
sure. I'm gonna put that in the bin. I'm actually gonna probably throw that in the ocean, so I'm gonna just take it with me now.
oh okay.
You know, yeah.
Oh
not
no,
dispose of it.
you'll dispose
Yeah.
of it later.
Dispose of it later.
Right,
yes.
right.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I'll do that too. I'll take a
Yeah.
few in there.
Just,
Just to dispose of later.
yeah, just for
It's
bunk time.
Arcana. These are Arcana books, so
That's
you know.
right. It'd be
Well, I
dangerous
read
to
those
leave them out.
when-
You might find some weakness to the vampires in these books.
Yeah, I read
That's
them
true.
for the articles, really.
Oh, okay. yeah, good. Apparently, they
They've been-
suffer from quivering
really-
Buddhist.
They have a really strong puzzle section.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Where else are you
Which
going to
is
see
great.
reviews of hi-fis? You know, like
That's right. That's
Um,
right.
to answer your question, Marty, other than all the vampire porn, which I brought up, not you. the
And I'm taking it right out. Right out of here.
the let's see. You would say, like, I mean, you're not a wizard, so it's a little hard to tell, but you know, moderate to advanced. Some of this stuff is pretty heady.
So it doesn't seem like they're relying on the demons to get the effects. The demons.
No, you think they?
Those are two separate subjects.
Yes.
Yeah.
They are interested in both divination and study and summoning demons. If anything, some of the demon books seem a little much more like ritualistic. Like they're probably using the books to summon the demons, whereas
Okay.
they are naturally talented at divination, and that is probably their main school of magic.
Gotcha. Yeah, when I was looking for raw dogging, was it, anyone could summon these demons, or did they need to have... But, alright, yeah. Okay, well that all tracks.
You probably need to be a wizard to set, like they're wizard rituals, but
Okay,
if you were a
You would need-
ritual caster, you could try.
sure.
I think if you have the ritual caster feat, then you can cross over into
Yeah.
other classes lists.
I'd let you,
If it's a spell that's on your
right.
list.
I'd let you make a check, but do you want to be making a check to summon a demon? Like, what's that gonna do? That's not gonna go good.
I mean, even if you know what you're doing, it
Yeah,
doesn't go
it's
well.
not
I mean,
great.
that's the whole point, right?
You've ultimately summoned a demon.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks.
Yeah.
It worked. Oh, you know, like,
Crap! I was doing this.
yeah. Oh, that's the find out part.
Yes.
Look, I'm some 17, 18-year-old girl with a lot of time on a boat. I'm eventually going to run out of vampire porn. And when that
That's
day
right.
comes,
You're gonna summon a demon.
ritual summoning demons.
I mean, why not? Right?
and ask them for the good stuff.
Ask
The
them for the
yeah.
sequel.
Look, we don't want the basic vampire porn. We want the good stuff, demons.
That's right.
We want to be at the shoot.
Stuff that if you change some of the names, you could spin off to your own series.
Yep.
Well, now that that's taken care of, yeah, that's sort of. I mean, that tracks. There's not really much to that's necessarily going to give us an advantage here, but it is. It's worth knowing they for sure know we're here. They for sure know what we're doing at a given moment. And that explains how they bound all the servants here.
Right.
Let me add to my inventory half a library's worth of vampire porn.
What do you think is the mirrored version of that, though?
Ooh, that's the good stuff.
Chaste
A whole-
vampires giving to charity. Displaying the
like
seven
that.
virtues.
Chase vampires given to charity.
Which is ironically
Beautiful.
one of the names of the vampire porn.
Right. Are you here to make a charitable donation? Bum, 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 bum.
And my TV doesn't work.
Right. Bum, 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 bum.
My arm's stuck in the midden.
Oh no! Bum, 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 bum.
It's all build up though. It's just like
Yeah, right. It's
a
all
lot.
yeah, exactly. It's all edging.
It's all set
about
up,
edging.
yeah.
Is it right?
Ever vamping. It's all bad.
It's Val vamping. There we go.
Yeah.
boom.
Oh boy.
That's-
Anyway, how do we get off on this? We haven't played D&D in a while.
That's
bum,
it's
bum,
how.
bum, bum.
how.
Right.
Wait, didn't I just write that down? I said terms and terms of vampire. Oh, I searched for terms and terms of vampire porn. To create a custom item. Terms and terms of vampire porn. All right, there we go.
Custom item. Love it.
All right, well then I guess I'll add that to my backpack. That goes. So yeah,
You created an item.
yeah.
Awesome. Does
Yeah.
that mean it's okay? It's not created item. It's not like a homebrew item.
No,
like
no,
magic.
not yet.
Right. Not yet.
Not yet.
I mean, to make an item, a magic item, they say you need like the highest quality example
Yes.
of that item, right? If you're making magic books. So if this is quality product, then maybe you could make a magic.
I'm willing to try. All right, so we want to use this as leverage to the second floor then and poke around up there,
Sorry.
knowing that we have.
No, I'm just looking through Umi's character sheet. I forgot you had 4 messenger birds that are nights, weekends, roaming in long distance.
Yep.
I love that.
I'll write it all down. As someone who has proudly used a skywrite spell or scroll. One of these days I'm going to find a reason for that. Actually, pre-stream I was remembering that I did eventually give Hester a chance to use her vial of feminine complaints or whatever.
Oh, right.
She enchanted it.
Okay, so you all walk up to... Oh, there is a baby deep crow, Nor. I don't know what you want to do with that. Break its neck or try and make it less evil.
It can come along on adventures and be Fiona's friend, right?
Okay, it's horrible, and it's got like 8 tentacles in its beak or whatever, and 15 eyes.
Cool. I'll name
It
it
can't help.
Crowy.
It can't help the way it was born.
Hey, what are you naming it?
Crowy. Crowy
Yeah.
Crowington.
Yeah.
Yep.
Take that, birdie.
What?
We've got a new bird friend now.
Come on. How long have you been down here? It's been an hour. Can I be resummoned?
Also, I do remember that part of our plan is to slow bankrupt them from incense
Nickel and
costs.
dime. Yeah.
Right.
10 gold at a
Keep killing-
time.
That's right. Keep killing birdie. Eventually they're in hock. All right.
Just wait till the
Second floor.
repo men show up. And, that'll get them.
Sorry, we're gonna need that Dracula medallion.
Not my Dracula
Gonna
medallion.
need to repossess those demons.
Oh, my coffin and my dart.
Repossess the demons.
Mm-hmm.
Really good. Really, really good.
No, I can't see when I do that.
Oh no, I'm blind.
Oh no! I
God,
My
I wish I
fault.
could
Oh,
see
no.
anything when I took them off, because then I could gesture with them.
Oh, you sure? You can gesture without seeing. You'll just the likelihood of you
Just
poking someone
poking
else
someone
in the eyes
yeah.
increased exactly, or even yourself. When you
It's
try to
very
put them back
likely.
on,
I
you're like,
really,
"Whoa."
I to about here is not blurry.
Wow.
Okay. Y'all go upstairs. Creak.
Stealth check.
You can make a stealth check, sure.
Do we want to pee without tea? Oh, that'll kill my other. No, I'm out of.
I mean, they
that'll
already
kill
know
my-
that we're here, right?
That's true.
So.
Fi. We'll still stealth though. Ooh, not this time. What do I have here?
Come on, Dex build.
That was an 11.
Okay.
Ew. Creek.
Yeah, I rolled an 11, which
Okay,
gave me a
so-
12.
Okay, an 11 and a 12. 13, Nor, what do you got?
I did get a 13.
Wow, I love that when that happens.
Inspiration, everybody.
Yeah, okay.
Aw.
There were some good jokes and role playing in the
That's
the
true.
library bit as well.
Thank you. Thanks for recognizing that.
Uh,
Benevolent DM.
yeah, that's a cumulative effort. Yeah, look, maybe you all have gotten a little used to Pass Without a Trace. You don't feel. You also feel you're like, well, we're being watched, and we kind of know we're being watched.
Yeah, it feels silly.
It
Right,
almost even feels
right.
like you don't know where to sneak to. It's just like, well, where can they see us from?
Sure,
So
sure.
you're still trying to hide in shadows, but you're kind of like, oh man, I don't know. You get up to the big double doors. Kind of can test a little bit. Seems like they're unlocked.
Okay.
Do we want to? We don't have anybody that can test for like any magical traps. Party, do we?
I
The
think
baby
I have
geek
that.
Okay.
Oh, does he?
Yes.
Does he know? Is he like a
Oh, no. I meant he could set them off.
intuitive? Oh,
No.
Wow. This is the first pet NPC I've seen Andy actively lobbying for the death of.
No, he's
Do that
great.
to Crowy.
Deep Crow.
I don't have detect. Oh, I do have find traps. It's a 3rd level spell, so I would have to burn my 4th level slot, my 3rd level slot. Wait, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, after
It's
two.
a 2nd level spell, but I would have to burn my 3rd level slot to use it. So
Nah.
yeah.
Depends on how much you let me look around with General Arcana for
I mean, we can make it
things, but
right.
visible glyphs, but
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. I typically let you, if it's any kind of complicated trap, you may not be able to find it. But General Arcana, you're going to know the basics.
Okay.
Or perception or investigation also will let you look for traps. You know, like
Okay.
right,
Oh.
yeah.
I'll try and perceive.
Yeah, I did the same. I got a 19.
I'll
19?
check
Okay.
the upstairs door for glyphs, wardings, anything that even like magic mouths if they're diviners,
Okay.
that kind of thing. I will fail hilariously.
Okay.
I will pretend though that I found something very
Yes.
interesting.
Oh, it's some knot in the wood.
Looks like an eye.
Darmuid got a 19. Nor.
Womp 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 womp.
Womp 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 womp
Nice.
womp 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 womp. Okay.
So that'll be a 26.
So, 26. The door's not trapped. I mean, I almost feel
I know.
like it's not trapped.
But we're confident.
But you're pretty sure it's not trapped. Like both you and Darmuid.
Yeah, it's definitely not trapped.
Yeah. You know, Darmuid gets low and tastes the dirt or whatever, and he's like, not trapped. And you come in and Sherlock Mind Palace, and you're like, it's definitely not trapped. Umi's poking a knot in the wood.
Kaboom. No.
Right? Kind of like an eye, doesn't it?
That's how all
Squinty,
knots
angry
and
eye.
woods look.
Okay. I'm ready.
Okay. The door creaks open. So, it opens into a big like training area. You can see a bunch of old rusted armor and weapons, kind of dummies. It's like a big armory kind of thing. There's you can see places to mount exterior defenses, like crossbow and archer slots, a big old rusty cauldron that's sloshing with some kind of horrible, rancid oil at this point. You can see the double doors leading down to what you pretty sure are is the chompy floor.
Okay.
and you can see across the way there look like some small doors, probably into servants' quarters, and then what you presume would be the master bedroom.
Okay. What do we think, master bedroom or servants' quarters?
Well, do we want to try and get a rest before the master bedroom, and just try and knock out like the servants' quarters? See if we can set anything up with the, like, this seems like the front facing. We're above the gate.
Yeah.
Kind of like this is where they have the murder holes and could pour oil and stuff. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, because it kind of like it's really big. So it's like it's both the front and the back of the castle, basically.
Okay. Oh, so this really runs the length.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
And
like
it's
a
like-
floor through section.
Yeah. There's like trying to think. It's kind of shaped like an H ultimately. Like you just kind of came in and it's it's got like it's so you can go up to the front and then kind of around. But then there's the stairs leading up to it, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah. It actually makes more sense in my map because I was
good. Yeah.
all of those. Okay. All right, and some servants' quarters and what we think to be probably the master. I think if we can get away with it, we should check and poke around the servants' quarters, beat feet back downstairs, take a full rest, get everything back, come back, and go. But if we get jumped, they're not patient to be like, just come in the bedroom already. We're waiting here for you. In an evil trap. If they do that or compel us to do that, I think I'm still ready to jump off. But
Okay, yeah.
if they let us retreat or we have the opportunity to retreat, I think we should still take it just to be fully juiced.
I think that
Okay.
makes sense. Yeah.
Sure, let's check out the servants' room and see what that brings us. And take it from there. That sound good?
Yeah.
All right, groovy.
There we go. Can Is there a new version of you? It's never been easier. Are you kidding me?
Rancid oil. Does oil go bad? Does it like lose its flammability?
No, I think it just smells bad usually.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't want to like cook in it, but I think it.
Yeah,
I think
it
it's
loses
still,
it loses its potability without any additional unforeseen, unwanted.
But I don't.
Circumstance.
I do think it would still catch fire.
True.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Again, just don't want to make like fried chicken in it or whatever. Deep fried birdie Burnington. I'm Faye. I'm just gonna disappear as soon as I take like 3 damage. Okay, yeah. Looking through the servants' quarters, can I? How do y'all do it?
Well, so the door opens easily.
Yes.
Okay. And what's its basic reality? Like how big and like just
It's like a
without a check.
Without a check, it's like a chamber of suites. It's kind of like like dorm living. Like you open a door and you can kind of see a couple different doors, and they're pretty cramped little rooms.
Does it look like it? Sorry, how many servants does it look like it accommodates normally?
Probably accommodated between 15 and 20.
Okay, so pretty good household staff for reality. All right, and yeah, I would like to make a general perception check just to see if anything pops generally before a deep, penetrative investigation check. 19 on the die, so that is a 26 perception.
Would anyone else like to try and... I don't know if anybody's going to beat a 26, but...
Yeah,
If I crit again.
I love how my cousin and I have this like subtle competition between us. on who can notice stuff. I saw that too. Oh, you saw it? Yeah, I saw it too.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually probably stay out in the, like, in the main H room. And I'll be on the lookout for, again, more magic eyes, anything that's clearly trying to be scryed from or to, mirrors uncovered, anything like that. So I'm lobbying for another Arcana check here, but I don't think I'm going to find the most crucial details here.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
Oh yeah, I found another nut. Looks like eyes. They actually do all look like eyes now that Nor said that. I kind of feel silly.
Not I.
That's a thing. That's a thinker.
That's a thinker. Yeah.
That's a thinker.
I'll spend the rest of my 11 thinking about that.
The rest of my 11.
Darmuid, with a 26, poking through the first couple of rooms, you're like, nobody's been in here in a while. Like, they clearly don't keep human staff.
Okay.
They're pretty dusty and gross. If you start to head towards the back with a 26, you won't get ambushed or anything like that, but you can hear there is some kind of creature kind of moaning about in one of the back rooms, like in an undead kind of way.
Okay, so all right.
It's the wails of the damned.
Great.
Quiet.
I'd be like, hey guys, I hear the wails of the damned. I had
Some kind of whaler.
a whale. Maybe it's a damned like orca, undead orca, the wails of the damned.
Or they're backing up Bob Marley.
I love that idea. Positive. So, does the whale sound? Am I like, oh, that sounds like a ghoul, or that sounds like a ghost? Does it remind me of anything we might have come across in our
You all
undead
know a lot about
shenaniganing?
undead.
Yeah.
Give me an Arcana check with advantage.
Cool. 19 again. Wow,
Okay.
3 in a row and 6. So I'll
Okay.
take the 19, which becomes a 22.
22. Okay. You think the wailing is sort of kind of as you get closer and are listening intently, it's speaking word. It is like wailing words. It's just kind of hard to notice at first. So you do think it's a semi-intelligent undead.
Okay.
Specifically, you think it's probably an Alip, who are undead who hoard secrets.
Oh.
Right. Okay, that's ALLIP? ALIP?
ALLIP.
Okay, cool. Alip, secret hoarding, undead.
And they're ghostly. You know, they're kind of big, amorphous shadow things.
Okay.
Some kind of a shade.
Right. I say, hey guys, I think there's an Alip in there. You know, the secret hoarding undead whaley guys. Sounds like he's going on about something. Maybe he found out or wants to find out. I don't know. He's maybe a frustrated researcher. I don't know. He's in the wrong. I mean, why is he looking in the servants' quarters? The library's back there.
I mean, but you know, if you're gonna find out any secrets about the masters of the house, servants are the ones that are gonna know.
You know, I didn't even think about that. I love you, cuz that was wise. All right. So should we go forward, or should we avoid?
I'll rush in to where you guys are at. And I'm like, I found one that looked like an ear.
An ear.
Yeah, what are you guys talking about?
Well, I think that bears some, you know, taking note of, because usually they look like eyes, but one that looks like an ear is really creepy.
Yeah, kind of like a head.
It's I
guess it looks like a half an eye.
I would even describe it as being eerie.
Oh.
Right. So
We are taking all of this, and we're taking it right into Garrett's campaign, and we're just storming the beaches. Yeah,
that's right. Because like if we have that transferable thing now, you go rollover inspiration, like punning. We should show up, all of us, with like 22 inspirations.
It's a character I
gotta get our
imported from my home campaign.
Right,
Don't worry
it's
about
New
it.
Game Plus. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, I'm content to either put this, you know, poor soul to rest, or get whatever secrets, or both.
Right.
Por qué no los dos? You know what I mean?
What do you think, cuz?
I, I mean, it might grant us some sort of an advantage in the upcoming fight. So,
Right. Okay. Do we want to try and make friends with it first?
can
that
certainly
fails-
try.
Yeah, and if that fails, remove a potential ally of
Right.
theirs.
Okay. Right. Right.
Loading your fists.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're doing the Cavill. You're doing the
Henry
Cavill
Cavill.
cock, right?
Reload.
So-
In case that fails.
I love that. Yeah, exactly. Let my cousin explain something to you.
Okay.
Um,
So the three of you kind of
walk in,
shimmy.
I guess. I'll have the
Hey.
my
you
starry
doing?
bow reality going
Yep.
as well. Still glowing.
Okay. If you all present your, did I close the window where? Oh, Andy.
Oh, Andy.
Oh no, there it is. It's just it's under monsters, not Aleph, on my tab display.
Gotcha.
They are intelligent. They are semi-intelligent. Okay, yeah. Or no, they're actually pretty smart. If you all approach, it will turn and kind of they're vaguely people shaped.
Are they like a ectoplasmy kind of thing?
Kind
Like,
of. They're like. I'm trying to open a new tab. Let's see. They're. Yeah, let me just send a picture. That might just be easier.
Okay.
They look. Oh, you know what? They look like they're made of burnt paper, like long strips of burnt paper.
Oh, that's right.
And
kind of like that demon in Multiverse of Madness, but maybe not quite.
Yeah.
In the beginning.
Kind of the like the face is kind of melted and elongated, and like smoke billows from its mouth, and it's got long claws. It's the one hand. It looks like it's on like almost. It's been bent, broken backwards. It looks like it probably took a horrible fall. And its legs kind of just disappear into big willowy wisps, and it's just it floats. It doesn't walk anywhere. I'll still send the picture, but
as we walk in, me glowing, it becomes aware of us. Yeah.
Yes.
Or okay, what's its general vibe? Do you want insight, or is it an obvious thing?
Give me insight. Let's see if you can get further insight.
So a natural 2 with a bonus of 4 for 6.
The general vibe is hesitant. You get no further specific insights. It's obviously not actively attacking you, but it does kind of turn, and it's like, hesitant. Okay.
So it's he's probably more scared of us than we are of him. One of those. What do we think?
These the words it's moaning and carrying on about, are they what we know as common?
No, it is speaking in gnomish. I couldn't think of the word for a second.
Oh, is it a gnome? Does it look like gnomish?
It looks too big to be a gnome, but maybe if you like squint and kind of go like that, like zoom into a gnome, it's clearly a lot big. It's like, but it's also bigger than a regular person. It's probably about 7-8 feet, kind of all things told.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been unscrolled and stretched out.
Yeah, kind of. It does. Its features are very stretched. So yeah, kind of looking at it again, you're like, well, maybe.
Maybe the WotC artist was using AI.
Well, maybe.
Okay. So.
Got all those weird vowel sounds.
Yes. Hello. We're here. It's speaking gnomish. Who knows this? Who knows?
I know
that
Dwarvish, Elvish, and Halfling. If any of those share any commonalities, but that's as close as I can get.
Yeah, I've got Primordial, Druidic, and Common.
Let's see. Let me
How's it feel about deep or draconic?
That crow probably is down with it.
I mean, I've also got
me and that.
Celestial, but I don't think that one's anywhere
You
close.
guys are deep with each other.
Yeah.
Oh, are you? That's what it brought me to?
Whatever.
Very easier.
It's the index all over again.
Right. Languages. Here we go. Let's see. What script Gnomish uses? The Dwarvish script. So there is some similarity to Dwarvish. For Nor is the only one who speaks Dwarvish. So, but it's not even as close as like Spanish to Portuguese. It's like German to English. You're like, I'm getting some of it. Like,
Gesundheit.
Yeah, like
right.
Gummy bear. I understood gummy bear.
He keeps going on about gummy bears, guys. I don't understand this.
Could I at least maybe try and say something in Dwarvish and see if maybe it gets some of what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll just try and say, like, basically we come peacefully.
It starts, it kind of, it pulls back a little bit and says that it doesn't believe you. You want its secrets.
Oh.
Does it respond in Dwarven, or is it
responds in
like...
Dwarven? Yes.
Oh,
okay.
Interesting. I'll say we would never take them. We would only receive what you would give freely.
It will say.
It seems like she's really threatening him.
Okay.
Dwarvish just has a. Dwarvish has a lot of aggressive.
Consonants. It's all Z's and K's. And,
those fricatives and stuff. Hard sounds. It's a good comparison with German and English.
It will say, it has been damned to stay here, and hoard these secrets. It knows too much for a mortal mind to comprehend. You would be better off leaving. Forget your mission, whatever it be. Leave.
Can I ask who's bound you here? You don't have to answer if you don't want to.
Says, I have become a servant of the multiverse. The very laws of it bind me here.
Oh.
Is it like an epic poem?
I'll relay all of this to you all.
And that's what I say when you say that.
Yeah.
It's like an epic, I don't know what the multiverse is.
Liz in chat says it knows the vampire's neck flits password.
Very good.
Nice.
You also get inspiration in the next game.
Right? I hope Garrett is taking notes.
Oh, yeah. See if you can cash it in for Garrett. That's fine.
Yeah. He's made several claims, I believe, in your games. I think.
I don't know what's happening in chat.
I think it's fair. All right. Well, I don't have anything specific because I think I know about vampires a little bit. Is there anything we want to... He seems amenable, though it sounds very like you guys are arguing a lot.
Oh, this is Dwarvish.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just the inflection.
Yeah.
It's part of the Klingon language tree.
Yeah. But yeah,
I'll say to it, we thank you for your warning. Please forgive us if we don't heed it. We believe our cause righteous, and we have to see it through to the end. If you would offer anything to help us on our way besides warning us off, we would gladly take it, but I understand if you cannot.
We'll say that its warning does not come lightly, and anything else it could say will lead you down the path to eternal servitude. Thanks for not just attacking me, though. I understand I'm big and scary and weird.
If there is anything that we can do to help relieve you of your servitude, we would gladly do it, but it sounds like the multiverse is involved.
Yeah, it clearly wants to say something to you, and something is obviously restraining it. Like, kind of be like, well, if I just tell you my secret, then it's your problem, not mine anymore. But it is clearly restrained and chained. In that regard, not literally, but
on the existing Arcana roll, or can I make an additional Arcana roll to see if we know more about what tends to bind these poor souls?
sure, yeah.
Is there something?
On Timothy's check, Timothy got, what did you get again, Timothy? You got pretty good.
I got really good. I rolled
like
a 19 and 26.
26. Okay.
Let's
No,
just.
sorry. 22.
22. Okay. 26 was your perception check from earlier.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Let's go with Timothy's probably then. Yeah. Pretty sure it's going to beat my natural one. Which says that all of these Alipis, or whatever they're called, are liars and thieves. And
they ruin the relationship between your grandparents.
They are the ghosts of people who have ruined the relationships of grandparents everywhere.
In every child's life.
Yeah. Cursed forever to explain where Peepaw went.
Peepaw and why Meemaw won't talk about it.
Okay.
Eventually they ran out of classifications for undead, and it shows.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, shots fired.
So, let's see. Sorry. Someone who doesn't normally call me called me, and they clearly also called Krista. So, I'll find out in a minute. Let's think. What is the nature of... Okay. Clearly, anything... Okay, he said it's not important. Okay. Anything that binds these creatures is important. It's not... It is like a universal curse. Like, you have to find out, like, something, like, fundamental. Like, wizards can't do this. Warlocks can't do this. Demon princes, titans, they can do this.
Ah, okay.
Like,
Arcanolots?
No, like higher, even
okay.
higher than that.
Okay.
Yeah, like we're talking like. Yeah,
what's the higher order of what are the Yugoloths?
Yeah,
because there's demon lords and there are devil princes. Are there like Yugoloth dukes or whatever? Or?
Yugoloth hierarchy.
They're actually the
chairmen of the board.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
Right. They have a bi-weekly meeting.
We don't have leaders.
They have a damn commies.
Right.
Let's see. There
It's a
is
it's a co-op of Yugoloths.
It's a call. It's like they have a bi-monthly.
They're all
committee meeting.
neutral. They're all very neutral.
It's a
Soup
very, yeah,
newts.
right.
Soup newts.
There are ultraloths are what I always think of as in charge.
You'd think Ultra with
But
a name
it's
like that,
apparently
right?
there are above them.
Oh.
Above a
There's
law.
Altraloths, Byrnoloths,
Holy shit, a lot.
Oinoloths.
Super rare aloths.
Oh,
Terlanthaloth.
yeah, yep. Oinoloth is apparently the one like super in charge. Oh, they're horrible.
Okay. Oinoloths. All right.
Full Ardaloths.
Full Ardaloths.
Okay. So yeah, like the vampires did not put him here.
Yeah, this thing's in Dutch to the universe, according to it, and it would take something capable of making warlocks
Yes.
would be capable of imposing this curse. Okay, gotcha.
Oh, you've got one of those.
Do we know? Can you ask it?
You know, I was about to make fun of you, Soup, and then I realized I'm playing a warlock currently.
Can you? Right, exactly. Can you ask? Can you ask the Alep if it had any association with this location before?
Yeah, was it
prior
a
to its-
servant here? Was
Like
it?
exactly, or was it the in charge before the vampires came? Or
I can try. Yeah, I'll ask it. We're curious, and you don't have to tell us if you don't want to, but we're just curious if you had any association with this particular physical place, this castle, the servants' quarters, before being trapped here forever.
It will hesitate, but it will say, I once served at the behest of the Empress. I joined Zachariah and Victoria here.
Oh,
At the behest
Okay.
of the Empress.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
is asking for their name an out of bounds thing? Do we think?
I can try. If you are able and willing, could we ask your name? Or your former name?
My name has been erased from the books of eternity.
Oh no.
Yeah, bummer.
Sucks for you, thing.
Bummer, dude. This is a bummer. Like the Lebowski.
By the way,
response. This is a
I've,
bummer,
class-
dude.
I've classified him as we meet a depression demon.
Pretty much.
Poor guy. What a
It's a
bummer.
real bummer.
Yeah.
What if we give them a new name that's better? Like Hilo or something.
Could we give
Mental
you a name?
happiness.
You may call me whatever you wish,
Oh, okay.
but names hold power.
Oh.
And though you can, true names are complex. I am unable to have a true name.
I understand.
Well, thank you, whatever you wish.
No, oh no. No. I don't want to be that.
Seems it's probably gnomish.
No mish. Right.
Yeah. Anyway,
All right. Very well.
I wonder if there's a way to deduce. Does it is it performatively chained to anything in particular?
Performatively.
The chains it forged in life, for instance. No.
Yeah, no, okay.
No.
So is there Marley's ghost actually happening?
Yeah,
right?
is it tied to a window or
Lock boxes and such. No.
Is it in its sort of egocentric indulgence of its like whoa, right, exactly. Is it throwing its hand over its brow and while flinging itself on a divan? Like
chained to a portrait that's constantly getting older, anything like
right,
that?
exactly.
No, okay,
No.
so we're gonna go with a big no there. Okay. Well, other than I have a direct interest in helping this soul rest, but if it's cursed by the universe, that seems it might be punching above our weight a
you
little
might
bit.
wanna come
Right.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna remember
Do a
there's
console.
gonna be a
It's gonna
once
be
we get
red
whatever
for a really long time.
yeah. Once we get whatever amulet or charge whatever amulet's gonna unlock those chests we've been seeing all the whole time, we can come back and talk to this fella again.
It is
Okay, well-
a castleid. So
It is.
I'm just saying.
That is. That's true. It's true. We're gonna get some other nonsense later that's gonna let us stick to ceilings or something.
I like that.
Yeah, and then that'll get whatever. We'll find all his chains in the four corners of the thing or something. We'll cut them down. All right. Well, this has been.
It's been real.
It has happened.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you. Whatever you wish.
Yep.
Uh,
No, I got locked in here.
no, you answered it. You answered to it.
Nope.
Uh, so.
Don't enrage the depression demon, please.
They know you're here, by the way. Like,
Oh, yeah, we know.
How about advice on taking them on?
don't.
Yeah, you said
that's
that.
kind of-
That one. Okay, we got
Yeah.
it already. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Does he want like a German chocolate cake or anything like something he misses from his other life? I don't know. Gnomish chocolate cake? Do they have
Some
Being-
kind of.
Being corporeal.
Oh, sorry. That would really rub it in.
Yeah.
Sorry. Nope. Reverse.
Being
That's
able
like a
to
natural
touch
one.
and be touched. Got it.
Right. To receive affection.
Got it.
Oh no.
Writing
Could I
it
use-
down.
Could I leave Crowy here to keep him company, though?
That's a great idea.
Sure. A constant reminder of the love I can no longer feel in my life. But yeah, no, great. Leave your bird, I guess.
Never mind, I'll take
They
Crowy
have
with
fleas.
me.
They have dire fleas and
Deep fleas.
the real. Yeah, it's the deep mites that get you. Would you like this profane turd of an animal that we rescued?
It too is an abomination upon this our earth, a scar in the universe. Yeah, sure, leave it. I don't care.
Oh, great, thanks.
Yeah. Super. We'll just put it on the bed.
Oh, okay, great, thanks. Yeah. All right, cool to talk to you. Bye. Oh, yeah. Oh.
I guess everything I said sounds very serious and somber, and not sarcastic. Okay, yeah. So there's that. There's not much you can do about him right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
We'll put him in the
You can fight him. He's not that tough
TB.
ultimately. Like CR5.
When they,
So if we destroy him, does that lay him to rest and break his curse?
now that we know his name, I
or
feel
is-
bad.
It would lay him to rest, but in that it would obliterate him from the universe. Like
Yeah.
if there is a way to free him, you just can't do it right now. But
Okay.
if it would end his suffering in a way. He would go to sleep forever. It's not a bad solution. It's not the
Right.
good ending though.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right. Sure. Okay, cool. We'll find the good ending.
Yeah,
for
it's the
character.
neutral ending.
Right. And he's got nothing but time, I'm sure. So.
Right. Yeah. Ultimately,
Yeah.
he's been here for 50 plus years already, or around,
Okay.
minimum
Cool.
50, maximum 50 years. Anyway,
Somewhere in there.
Is there? Ask him if there's any sort of like staff logbook around.
Oh, one more thing. Is there any kind of like a staff log book around if you can tell us?
he will very dreadfully point to. Yeah, it's like a stack of tax ledgers, basically.
It's like right over there.
Cool. Great. Awesome. Yeah, it's like super obvious.
He's probably standing in front of him. He's billowing
Right.
cloak.
He moves slightly, and there's a sign that says staff ledgers or something.
Yeah. There's all the time. There's a big time card
An
punch
arrow.
system.
Exactly. Okay.
It's all
Just
living.
Okay. Just wondering if maybe we could find out his name via like inference.
I think it's been removed from the
All
universe.
time. It's like Tom
Yeah.
Holland. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I got you. Spider-Man who? All right. I guess we leave. We leave.
Well, yeah. Now, do we all like recharge on a short rest? Could we all do that, or
I
like,
will
is it-
not with spell slots, but with
yeah?
my,
Your wild
my-
shapes, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So do
But
we?
That's cool.
I'd feel better recharging before we go charging in.
Well, because you're a warlock.
Well,
of course you would.
I'm good. I'm more worried because you're the healer, and
Yeah. No. I mean, like, if we
like we
wanted
can
to
run
short
in there and
if-
bum rush them, but I'd rather you have your spell slots back.
Yeah, no, that's fine. You're absolutely right. As far as my spell slots are concerned, and that I'm your healer, I mean, I could go into the chalice mode,
Right.
which is all about healing, like at one point, but that would, change me out of combat. Whereas I could stay in combat mode and cast healing spells on the fly if I had the slots, and I do have 1 3rd level slot and
3, I think.
three
Yeah.
first. Yeah, sorry, the light was catching my pencil and it looked like it was not in there. It reflected white. No, there are 3 first and 1 third. So palindromic, or whatever, mirrored.
I'm fairly good to go, but I just think if we may as well rest up if we're not in a time crunch. They know we're here, but they can't step on the solid ground of
The chapel, right?
We presume they can't, but I think
Right.
that
And
we had
don't-
enough evidence that if they could have, they would have, right? Like,
Right.
Okay. So I think we should take advantage of that.
Okay.
And come back here where we can have any guns blazing. You can actually switch out your spells if you have to, though I'm sure you're loaded for bear more or less.
Right. Right.
I think that's the next step. I just don't.
All right. Well, let's do that then. Are you cool like that, Cuz?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Groovy.
I'll get some key points back.
Yeah,
cool with
right,
it.
Yeah.
exactly. Okay, so are we able
But I
to
do
make
think
our way?
in the future we are a very catnappable group.
That's true. Is that on your list?
I do.
I think it's a
Maybe
warlock
once-
spell.
Yeah, maybe once
It
we get
seems
up
like
there.
it's tailored.
It should be, yeah.
which makes sense. Like
Yeah. Mhm.
I know it. I think it's on the bard list, but not that I'm a bard, but
Bard,
it's not.
sorcerer, wizard, artificer.
Oh, strange.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised by that. Oh,
Well,
I guess it would be broken if it was a warlock spell.
A little bit, because you could use the slot to gain the slot back.
Yeah, so okay, that does make sense.
There is an infinite recursion ability to catnapping yourself.
So we need a bard.
But
Note to self: find bard.
yeah,
Find
all right. So we'll bounce back downstairs. Kind of check our corners. We can just kind of cast a Lloyd, keep the doors open right back here, and now you said there's like crossbows, rancid oil, etc. Is there anything else here? Or do we want to do anything like to set up our own trap, or do we just want to come back? I think we could probably just dump a bunch of that oil in and set fire while we're in there, but that's something we want to do when we say go.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. I like that idea.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Yeah, let's talk about that when we're back in the sanctum.
Great.
Yeah, discuss that and otherwise just get a nap in. Understanding that when we take this nap, Birdie Birdington will probably be resummoned.
Well, fuck that bird,
But
Birdington.
that's
Maybe
the-
he'll learn his lesson.
That's the start of the nickel and diming them to death.
That's right. That's right.
I
It's real
like it.
siege.
We're just gonna keep long resting in here every time we see that fucking bird flap by.
Fuck him sideways.
But if they have passive income, because they're
Till-
landlords, 'cause they're evil.
Shit.
So
That's true. That's true. You have to be at least neutral. I guess you can be lawful evil and be a landlord. That means Kristen Bell and Dax Shepard are technically lawful evil.
Ooh.
I think you could
You
be
didn't-
lawful neutral, but
I'd like to think they're good people.
yeah, yes, oh yeah. I've only had one landlord, and he was perfect. He was as good as you can be.
Sure.
Anyway, so y'all take a rest. I want to, let's try and get into this fight, even if we don't finish it.
Are we taking a long or a short? Just so I know.
Long.
Oh, you want to do
Oh,
a long?
short?
I think let's take a long.
fine.
Yeah.
Oh, let's take a long. Oh,
You wanna do
because you
long.
want
All right,
Darmuid's
cool.
spell slots back. Okay,
Right,
Yeah.
All right.
I'd say let's take a long.
you did say that. I misunderstood.
But yeah, and I can push a little late. We start a little late. I can push a little late.
What time is it?
It's 9:10. So
How late do we want to go?
if we
If we can finish this fight,
you're probably not going to be able to finish the fight. Let's get,
Okay.
I want to get into the fight, but
Yeah,
we'll go for
let's
like
definitely
another,
do that.
Yeah, 10-15 minutes. We'll end up at about 9:30 probably.
Okay.
With
Cool.
outros and plugs. I'll probably establish initiative kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hit take a long rest already, so I'm sorry.
Okay.
I did it.
So, you take a long rest. The other people are still in here, or the other people have cleared.
No, yeah, I think
Did you tell them to clear out? I can't remember.
I think we told him to sit tight because
Sit tight
out
until
there there's the
everything's-
buzzards and shit.
Oh, right.
We
Yeah,
went in untouched, but that was because we succeeded.
Yes,
to
yeah,
do
you
so,
passed without
yeah.
trace and such. Okay, yeah. Then they've stayed in here. They've scrounged and kind of attended to their wounded and such. Okay, so y'all head back upstairs. You can hear the Ayla. Oh, what was me? Okay, so there's the master bedroom in front of you. What would you all? How do you want to set this up? Do you want to try and lure them out?
Darmuid, can
Yeah.
you produce flame easily?
Yeah, I have. I believe I have that cantrip.
I believe you do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So then I would say we can try and lure them out, but again, they have divination all day, so there's going to be nothing we can do that's going to surprise them.
Right. So you want to dump that oil and light it up?
Yeah. Now, either once they come out, which I don't think they're going to do, or we can position it at the door, which they're going to know we've done.
Mm-hmm.
So we won't have a lot of surprise. We'll have established all this inside the sanctum
Is
to
there a
try
gap
to
under
reduce
the
the
door?
ability to divine on it. But that's one thing, right? Like just kind of like, hey,
Dump,
mean-
ignite, with foosh under the door or whatever, or along. Like if we can get some on the door itself too, and maybe the jamb to make
Yeah.
a blazing gate. You know.
and now it's probably none of us here is the strongest.
Not me.
We did not
No.
pick any strength-based classes.
No.
So openly allowing for the fact that eventually they're going to be like, why do they keep moving that oil closer to our door? That they might not stand still for the whole ambush. But I think, yeah, let's try that. And at the very least, they're going to see we're threatening, and that might be a better chance to draw them out than being like, hey, come out
Sure.
here and fight us real quick. Like, either that or we're going to trap you in there with a bunch of oil and fire. So I think we kind of win either way, at least as far as starting this fucking fight off. So let's start.
Sure.
Okay.
Let's do the little thing where you kind of slow walk it.
You put those little felt pads underneath to push it.
Yeah. What you do is,
Moving man, yeah.
is you walk it onto a blanket and you pull
Yeah,
the blanket.
there you go.
There you go. There you
Yeah.
go.
That's
It's
how you do something
sloshing
heavier
everywhere.
like that.
You're like, well, the blanket's
Right.
just gonna go up. So
We're just gonna
That's
borrow
great.
the A-lip
And then
blanket.
what we'll do is we'll
That's okay.
dump the thing under, and then get ignite it or stuff the oil soaked blanket in there too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Great. How long does that take us to do, Andy? And are
Yeah.
we stop before the shenanigans ensue?
let's say 5 minutes. So you okay?
A lot
a
of
long time.
grunting.
So y'all get it into position. You dump it. Darmuid produce flames.
Whoosh.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Can I get perception checks from everyone, please?
Yes.
We all say no, he can't
Oh,
move forward.
15.
Okay.
If we say no, he can't hurt us.
That's right.
14.
And I got a 16. Did
Okay.
we just get
Nice.
14, 15, 16?
Boom.
God. All right. Well,
That's right. We moved together.
Right.
oh no.
It's that one moves and the next moves and the next moves.
Okay. Darmuid produces flame. It hits the oil. Nor does a 19 hit your armor class.
Yeah.
Okay. You take 6 piercing damage. And
Ow.
you roll a 5 on your Constitution saving throw to take 24 poison damage.
Oh, fucking divination wizard! God damn it!
God damn it.
How much
It's
was that?
Andy
14?
turning Marty shenanigans against.
I'm
him.
sorry. Does that help? Is it too late? It's too late. I
It's too
understand.
late.
I
You
am
take
sorry.
30. You take a total of 30 damage. As
Okay, what was the second one? It was 24.
so you take 6 piercing and 24 poison. Yep.
Cool. Yep.
Oh,
As Victoria becomes uninvisible, plunging a dagger into Nor's shoulder. The door ignites, and Bertie Birdington comes flying out of it.
and bursts into flame.
But now he's a phoenix.
Oh shit!
This is my final form. Fuck.
Do we roll initiative? Or?
And as the woman plunges the dagger deep into Nor's shoulder, she just says, "Butts up, dorks."
Oh shit!
Butts
Did she
up,
do a-
dorks.
Yeah,
Did she do a rad skate
a-
flip while she does it?
she does like a rad roll. She's all like, she's super like cool anime lady, like an assassin lady. You know,
Nice.
it's all like tattered, like cool cape and stuff. A hood over her eyes that seem to be glowing red, glinting of the teeth, and you just wreathed in flames through this door. You can see the divination wizard.
It'd be really
Cool.
hurt if that wasn't so rad.
So Zachariah's the wizard.
Zachariah is the wizard. Yes.
Okay.
Victoria's obviously cool.
Yeah, we gotta make friends with her and get her to join us. Obviously.
She said, "Butts up, dorks."
What's up, dorks?
I don't
Amazing.
even know what a dork is.
It's a whale penis. She's edgy. We like her.
Darmuid turns into an Alep.
Right. Oh shit! Too much knowledge.
It was the dark secret.
That was the final tipping point. For him. He's like, I couldn't warn you. I'm sorry.
Everyone roll initiative, and then we will wrap up the episode.
Oh,
Great.
sure.
I drank the
What's up,
Titan.
dorks?
What's
Fucking
up,
rolled a 9.
dorks?
I drink the Titan's blood.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
11.
Okay. Darmuid's at an 11.
Mm-hmm.
Victoria. No, that's not great, Victoria. What do you add to it?
'15th, right? No, today's the 14th, right?
Today is the 16th.
16th. Holy shit! I mean, you can tell I've been on vacation. Like, I don't care what day it is
Nor would
till
you...
I have to leave.
Yeah.
Womp 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 womp. So a 24.
Dude,
Ooh.
we like that.
I mean, I'm awake and aware for this combat apparently.
Yeah,
God.
yeah. And that first jolt,
Birdie gets his own initiative.
fantastic.
Little dick. We're down.
And Umi, what did you get?
I got a Workman's 19. A real lunch pail 19.
Pretty good.
Maybe Deep Crow can come to our aid against Birdie, like they face off.
Yeah.
And then
Throw Crowy at him.
Yeah, Deep Crow pulls out a knife.
yeah, I think he has a knife and he's always got a cigarette in his mouth. He's like that crow on that poorly drawn lines one where they have the turtle and the crow and the mouse, and they're all talking to each other. They're all kind of I don't know. It's a funny comic. It's on Instagram. It's an Instagram comic.
Not Drinky Crow.
Not Drinky Crow, but Drinky is well established. Yes.
Yeah.
At Underground Comics.
You just have to. Every long rest, you have to throw up cigarettes into his mouth.
So terrible. Yeah, I like it. We should call him Drinky. Let's wean him on alcohol and cigarettes.
It's just horrible and mean.
I mean, he'd probably flourish under those conditions, given his like, genetic legacy or whatever.
He's a deep crow. He wants to write beat poetry.
Oh, he's like, he wants a turtleneck and bongos, right?
And nurse a romantic alcohol problem.
Right, exactly. Nice finger quote.
Okay, so next time we will start with Nor. Right. Oh, we're taking a little break, but we will start with Nor back next time. I did kind of forget that, but that'll be good.
It's all good. This is a cliffhanger for the end of one season.
Yes.
Man. Tune in next time. You'll hear Nor say,
Zabba-dabba-doo.
yes, nice.
And then when we come back, but you don't actually say that, it's I hate when they do
something
that. It's a different
else.
angle and a different phrase.
Right. A different director came in to direct the pickup episode.
Yeah, they reshot it. You're not wearing.
care
You're
what that
clearly
guy
wearing a
did.
wig.
Right. Right. Maybe Zachariah was like a stunt man because they hadn't yet.
Right,
cast
he's just
the
in
role.
silhouette.
Right. Exactly. And he was stunts because he had to be on fire.
Outros and plugs. Timothy.
Hi. Thanks for tuning in. We haven't played in a while. It sounds like we'll have a little bit of a break. I want to recommend, if you ever have the opportunity to take any time for yourself away, take it. And if you can combine it with playing D&D, do that too, because that's what I'm doing this week, and I love it. So my shout out is to all my friends I'm on vacation with, and to anybody who is fortunate enough to be able to go on vacation, because I certainly don't do it often. So peace, love, and happiness. Bye.
Awesome. Cece.
Hi, I'm Cece, aka Soup, aka Soupsica, on the Twitters and the Instagrams. I'm gonna plug playing games with your friends, because it's a whole heckin' lot of fun. Why don't you try it?
And Marty.
I'm going to plug counting your blessings. Take time out. Really kind of take stock of what's good in your life. It's easy to focus the bad stuff wants your attention. It steps forward to demand it. And there's things beyond it that you may be taking for granted that you should just stop and count. And, just kind of, take time. Often take the physical, actual effort and time to stop and say, wait, what's good in my life? And while you're at it, like and subscribe, because we're going to, there's a chance we're going to be on on a brief break. So you're going to want to know when we come back. So that's the best way to do it. And yeah, with that, just kind of, don't need life to remind you to stop and smell the flowers, for instance. And hit the bell.
Yeah.
You're gonna want to hit that bell.
It'll remind you of life's nice things, like an episode of the show.
Yeah.
What's up, dorks? Play games with your friends. Go visit your library. Have a great night. Be kind to each other.
Leave trans kids alone.
Yes.
I came back to not.